So, good afternoon, welcome back to Football Heritage TV, and today two new names in the mix. Football transfer season is upon us and Tottenham Hotspur are always active, we're always vibrant and we're always linked with absolutely everyone. So the question is this: which of these rumours are going to be true? Which of these rumours are going to satisfy the Spurs faithful? We are a very unforgiving bunch. We'll find fault with every single player. Of course we will, it's what we do with football fans. But today is the turn of two footballers, one of which is Mohammed Kudus of West Ham United, and the other one is Xavi Simons of RB Leipzig and of the Netherlands national team. Now, where to start with this? Now, let's start with Xavi Simons. Xavi Simons, for me, top footballer. Brilliant technical ability. We know that he's played for PSG, a couple of stints at PSG, for PSV as well, so PSV and PSG. And more recently with RB Leipzig. We know that he's got 25, 26 caps, something like that, for the Dutch national team. An attacking midfielder, playmaker. He's got the flair. He grabs some goals. Tremendous footwork. Great low centre of gravity. And for me, just the right side of being a young player. So he's 22, but he's got something like 140 games under his belt as a professional footballer. If you include his time with the national team, it might be closer to 150. Plus, he's got big game experience at international tournaments, PSG, Leipzig, PSV. So this boy, yes, he's still young, but he's not so young that he's coming as a teenager without any real experience. Would you want him, Spurs fans? Where would you see him fitting in? And is he a Thomas Frank player? Now, for me, I think Thomas Frank is such a good coach that he'll be able to coach anybody into any of his systems. But for me, this is a little bit of stardust that we haven't seen to have signed for Tottenham for a very long time. This is the sort of player for me that comes in, gets bums off seats, talented, and will almost be a little bit of a talisman for the football club. Almost a bit of a maverick, but with that work rate and that grit and that determination in there as well. So for me, I think Xavi Simons would be a very good player. We know that he can play across most of the front line behind the striker. But whenever I've seen him most effective, it is when he's more in that number 10, that kind of attacking midfield position. But a very, very talented lad. I know that he's going to have a lot of suitors after him. Apparently, according to all the reports, all the sources, and all the powers that be, there are 6 to 7 to 8 clubs in for him. Now, I know what you're thinking. Well, that rules Tottenham out. Because normally, it does, doesn't it? If Tottenham go toe-to-toe with bigger clubs, we normally end up not getting our man. But times are changing. Times have to change. Whether they will or not, whether they do or not, I'm not so sure. But Daniel Levy has obviously dug a hole for himself. He's put a rod on his own back where he is talking about, I want to win leagues. I want to win Champions League. The Spurs fans deserve it, he said. It hurts me when we fail, he said. And now that you've said that, Daniel Coys, we're going to be looking at you in more scrutiny than you've ever had before, because now you've got nowhere to hide. And to my best interests, to my best knowledge, I can't remember where he's ever come out and been so brazen to say, this is what we want as a club, we want to win. This is a chairman, by the way, that when he was asked a couple of years back about his best achievement as Spurs chairman, he didn't even mention the one trophy that he'd won at the time. Obviously, we've since won the Europa League. So maybe signings like Xavi Simons, maybe they will ease the pain of the Spurs fans. Maybe that will start a flood of players coming in where you go, well, hang on, he does mean business as a chairman. So let me know what you think. Xavi Simons of RB Leipzig. I'd be all over this as a signing. I'm sure most of you would as well. I'm sure there's going to be many that come back and go, nah, he's not better than X, Y, or Z. We always seem to do that, don't we? Whenever we're linked with someone, apparently they're not better than what we've got. Nearly every time. Why would we have him when we've already got him? But then when we've already got him, we say, oh, Levy hasn't bought us what we need. So let me know what you think about Xavi Simons of RB Leipzig. The price, I've seen rumours anywhere from 50 to 60 to 65 million euros. For me, if we're going to be a big club, if we're going to start acting properly, if we're going to change our ways, if the tide's going to change, whatever wording you want to use, then you're going to have to not worry about that. You're going to have to go and get these players. Now, the next player that we're being linked with today, 2 or 3 sources have actually come out with this today, is Kudus of West Ham. Now, of course, we hate West Ham, don't we? Boo! Boo to West Ham. We don't like them. Sure, let's put all that to the side and let's talk about the player. Now, this is a player that I was very jealous 2 seasons ago when West Ham got him from Ajax. It was a very skillful, powerful, wide man that can play off the right, the left, and can probably play in the middle as well. First year for West Ham, I thought he was excellent. Second year, he's not been as good. But again, could we attribute that down to the club? West Ham haven't been great this year. West Ham have had 2 managers this year. West Ham have had different styles of play. Now, granted, lots of people want to talk to me about his attitude. Lots of people in West Ham's fan base saying, we'd be happy to let this go guy. And this is just me. For me, I see a maverick there. I see somebody that will get bums off seats. You know that noise when the seat goes up and you hear the clack, clack, clack? We don't have those players at Tottenham Hotspur. We don't have people that get you off your bum. Do we? So, for me, I think this would be a guy that with the right coach, with the right mentality, could be a game changer. Will we get him? I don't know. I'm seeing any reports from 50 million right the way through to 70 million. Would he join Tottenham Hotspur? You would like to think so. West Ham don't have any Europe. We're a bigger club than West Ham. I'm sorry, West Ham fans. We're a bigger club. We'll be able to pay his wages. We'll be able to probably double his wages depending what he's on. We can offer Champions League football. But for me, strong, powerful, skillful. As I said, he hasn't had the season this year that he had the year before. But this does not mean he's a terrible player. We keep doing this. Oh, he's not had a good year, don't buy him. How do players get redemption? How do players get their second wind? How do players redevelop themselves? How are they reborn? So for me, Kudus would be a great signing. Will Spurs and West Ham do business? I don't know. Is there any truth in it? I don't know. As I come on every report and say, I can't say we're 100% in for them. But we've been linked with some good players lately. Calamundo, Xavi Simons, Kudus. We're hearing reports that Tottenham also want Semenyo and Buemo. These are good footballers. So, Daniel Coys, Daniel Levy, our leader and our chairman. Get your wallet out. Show the fans that you meant what you said. Vinay Venkatesham. Oh, Daniel Levy likes red wine. I've known Daniel for years. Brilliant. We don't care. Get your wallet out. Show that things are changing at Spurs. And let's go and get some top footballers into the club. We've got a lot of games next year. We've got a lot of competitions. And we don't have the Europa League to fall back on. I'm not belittling it, but the Europa League was a league, a trophy where we were favourites to win it. And the teams we were playing weren't great. It won't be like that this year. So, give Thomas Frank the tools. Give him the best possible chance to fly up that league table. And Daniel Levy, it's over to you. Let me know, everyone, what you think. And I'll be back at 4:45 for a live watch-along between Manchester City and Wydad in the FIFA Club World Cup. As always, come on, you Spurs.